Okay, folks. The hell's a camera? Weirdest freaking display ever. My computer's teetering at a weird ass angle. Just some weirdness going on here. All right. So we've got this U.S. infantryman that we primed, and we're going to do him as a snow test. We're going to put him on a snow base, some form of snow base. So, one thing I want to check is what the recommended colors are, and he has most of the figure is he has a, oh geez, what do you call the thing? He's got an overcoat on him. So most of the figure is that. So I'm going to look at, I know Vallejo makes a U.S. World War II overcoat. I got an actual full color thing here. It's quite a bit of brown. U.S. paint set, okay. I'm going to save that. I mean, there's quite a bit of variances in it, or there can be. 982. So this is an interesting little paint guide that they have here. It actually gives the Vallejo colors. So I just want to see what they suggest on there before I go. Let's visit the website. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is a useful. Of course, I screw with everything, no matter what. 982. Okay, so which is Vallejo 982? So I'm just gonna do a search so I see what it's called. Vallejo 982. Cavalry brown. Well, we're certainly not going to use that. That's absurd. Okay, fuck that. I'll make my own decision. Yeah, no, I've got color guides and things on things. Real reenactors with stuff on there even before we had the internet. So we're looking for something that has maybe a little bit of red in it. It's relatively dark. It is not one of the colors, at least our starting point color. It's not one of the other colors that we've used already. So with that being said, let's take a look at this. It's going to be really close to the color of the pants, so we want to try to avoid that. It does have a bit of a red to it. Well, we're going to need water here. And we're going to need black. What's up, Ben? Benny Ben Ben. I'm not going to ask you how the Russian front went, because you probably didn't go there. Cavalry Brown, huh? Really? The one time I don't finish a drink. This is Parasite Brown. Might be some hope to that. Which is the Cavalry Brown? Red leather? Absolutely not. Oh, is this it? This is mahogany. Cavalry Brown? They want me to use that as a base color for... You're out of your freaking mind. This is closer. You did half the tutorial. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to have to relearn how to play the whole damn game again. Parasite Brown from Vallejo Game Color. This stuff's supposed to be more watery. But of course, we don't have to go all the way up to this if we don't want to. So, you know, we can make the brightest this needs to be as a color like this. So yeah, I think this will be okay. So let's paint all of his overcoat in this color here. Maybe go a little bit darker. I just like to look up those, you know, who recommends what color before I go and make my own decisions. You know, looking it up after you've already made a decision is kind of pointless. You enjoyed it. Yeah, there's a lot of customization you can do to it. Like, you shoot someone, you can go over to them and grab all those grenades, and you know, have multiple rifles with your guys. But at some point, it's a point of diminishing returns. But the best thing is when you knock out a tank and you go and you take it over. Especially like if you don't have a tank. Or if you knock out a tank that's a pain in the ass for the enemy to deal with, like a KV or something. You're playing the Germans and you capture a KV. Yeah, I think this color is about right. We're not going to be on here super late tonight, so figured I'd get a jump on now. And let that dry a little bit. He's got the collar of this. I don't know if calling it a trench coat's accurate. Overcoat. Overcoat. I did take a photograph of that, didn't I? Because some of the I did. Okay. Some of the webbing and stuff like that. And the helmet is U.S. olive drab. This has those gaiters. Not really a fan of those. But gotta be a mess in it's gotta be a mess in combat. Red leather. Pants field drab. Tan earth. Paint highlight and tank camouflage. Okay. It doesn't tell you what color to use. Green gray. Oh, the webbing of the gaiters. Green gray. Green gray. Alright, let's go ahead and paint the gaiters. I bet it's this one. Pastel gray. Nope. Close, but no cigar. I was looking for this one in the... I just pulled something. I think this is a Vallejo one. But this is stone gray. I just kind of use it as like a quick guide. Ultimately, I could do it without that. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes the suggestion's off, in my opinion. Another stone gray. That means we've got 2 stone grays out here. All right, where's the other one that's kind of we'll put that one in reserve. I don't like having 2 of the same things. Green gray. I don't know. I think it's got to have a little bit more yellow in it than that. Maybe we'll use it. We're going to add some black to it. We're not going to come all the way up. We're doing a few 28mm Americans. I somewhat follow the ones on the Artisan and Crusader sites. I did all this stuff before there was any guides. Just kind of mixing things up. But, you know, I don't use like this. I probably won't use any of it straight like this. We're going to mix it with black. A little too wet. I mean, I've only painted 2 squads of Americans, maybe more than that. I just don't remember. Not a lot of detail on the gaiters. They just kind of threw that stuff on there. Just seems like a really poor design. I mean, the boots have to be really short to use those things. Just basically they're boot lengtheners, right? I can see those getting tripped up and all kinds of shit. All kinds of stuff. Alright, we got any of these guys that have a pack on their back? Well, that guy's got a radio. This guy doesn't have a radio. Let's see what we got back here. Okay. Yeah, that's the wrong color. I know what color is the right color. The right color is, well, skeleton bone's probably better. Skeleton bone's a good color. But then, just khaki. Khaki's a good color for the... I'm going to paint both of these packs in this color. Yeah, see, I was doing kind of the tutorial the other day to it, and one thing that I really didn't like was the voice of like the moderator. Just seems extremely wooden. Just extremely wooden. And then trenching tool. I think it's a different type of color. And of course we're going to need white. All right. Let's go back to the overcoat. Maybe a little too much there. course, the part I want to paint the most of the face. We'll be using this brush with it. It's a little too bright. Yep, it's about right. All right. Might be a slow night. Shit happens. Okay, I like to do the helmet before I go and do those other things. So let's find our olive drab, and we want to use the new olive drab one. Oh, this refractive green is not bad. U.S. olive drab. Here it is. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I tried to play, what was that game that's free on the console? Enlisted. It's so hard to figure out what you have to buy and what you get for free, and it's too complex of a fucking game. That and the turn went on too long. We're playing like this battled for Berlin or whatever, and it just kept going on and on and on. Just playing the Soviets, and like, man, when the hell is this scenario supposed to end? Painting a chap up, and you got distracted. Get a chap up. Colors seem to be on point with what I'm looking for. Too bright. Too big a step. Too big a step up. Actually, this is too wet. We'll come back to that. I came across 1945 Soviet Victory Parade footage in color today and was surprised by how much lighted the helmets are from the uniforms. Granted, it is the dress uniforms and brand new, but it's opposite of how most paint guys advise. Well, you got to be careful with what people suggest, because like I came across a video. I don't know if I saved it here. Let's see, how do I get that? And it was this footage of them of these Germans firing a 75 millimeter infantry gun, and the caps on the German guys, they were all in field gray, but the caps looked like they were wearing Russian caps. They were so brown, so you got to be careful with. Yeah, here it is. Rare colorized footage. Let's see. Look at the caps that some of those guys are wearing. It's pretty brown. They almost look like they're Hungarians or something. It's obviously a color. Something's wrong with the color. Something's wrong with the color. All right, now that's too light. It's too light. It is recorded in color, and I trust that more than black and white pics. Clean the color is exactly this shade of whatever. I don't know, but there's a fair amount of you need to do what looks good to you. There's a fair amount of that. And you know, you don't want to paint something. Everybody's like, "Hey, you painted that wrong," and you have to disprove it every time. But I mess with the uniform colors all the time because there's always variations in them, and assuming they even get made the same, the stuff they go through in the field, it's just going to have them look all sorts of different. Yeah, it's almost like painting any color other than the one you see, because the one you see is obviously wrong. Okay, this is the part that I actually take a look at a grand. Okay, the tip is black or gunmetal. Then there's one in the middle. Okay. No, that's about right. And the barrel runs across the top the entire length. No. No, it's closed in until when we get closer to the end. So here we go. Now we'll do this pure of this color. All right. Now, it looks like he's got his. It looks like he's got his helmet attached. He's got his strap on. All right. So next thing, let's go ahead and do his face. Do him in the face. Do him in the face. For that, we're gonna need red leather, black, white, and sunny skin tone. Wherever your happy ass happens to be. You watch any American sitcoms? You pretty much only watch British television. Heck, you might even not want to even watch TV at all. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't watch any television if I just lived alone. Okay, there's like a thumb there. He's got tiny little Donald Trump hands. I think we're going to be able to see a little bit right in here. Okay, and then we're going to take I really watch TV, but I do have clips of Sanford and Son, Simpsons, and Seinfeld coming up on Facebook that I enjoy. I never got into Seinfeld. It's too New Yorky. Like it has things that just relate to people that live in the Big Apple, but nobody else. Sanford and Son. They drop the N-bomb in that, don't they? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it doesn't offend me. I'm not the one saying it. I laugh a lot right along with it. Now, when you're watching Sanford and Son, when you're watching something like Sanford and Son, people of color in the UK, I mean, obviously it's a TV show, so nobody acts that way, but exactly, it's an exaggeration of things. But the people of color in the UK act totally different, right? That would not be even remotely. It wouldn't even be similar at all, would it? I don't even know where that show's supposed to take place in. Probably Philadelphia. Oh, that could be wrong. Man, I gotta look that up. Where did Sanford and Son take place? South Los Angeles, neighborhood of Watts. That might as well just be another planet for me. I hope that's water. I'm like, oh dear. I got this clip that was suggested to me. I think it was this morning where I was surfing. It was this clip, and it's from a video game coming out. And they had some SS looking dude that had crooked spiders all over his gear. It's in a video game, right? And he's talking to these, and apparently it's like some new Wolfenstein that's coming out, like that the Germans like take over the U.S. or something. And they got these two KKK clan guys, dressed all in white, walking down the street, and this German guy is basically telling him, "Did you practice your German?" He's basically like, like afraid of this master race dude that's there. I'm like, I don't want to play that shit. That's stupid. Oh yeah. Man, I love doing faces. Nice. A little impressionistic. That's kind of what we have to go for. Yeah, it's a world apart. Yeah, it's probably really strange. There's a couple of shows we've enjoyed that they stopped. We're like at the end of the season. We gotta watch them again. I really like that rehash of that British show, which I can't watch. Friday night dinners or whatever it is, Friday night, whatever the hell it's called here. Had some funny shit in it. Had some really funny stuff in it. I'd watch the British one, but I can't watch y'all's stuff. They don't have access to it sometimes. I saw it clip. Absolutely ridiculous, but I guess that's the point. Yeah, I didn't hear it with sound. I was just like watching, like, oh man. I played the first Wolfenstein, obviously, and then the second one, which, jeez, I guess that one came out in the late '90s, early 2000s, late '90s. That's it. I haven't played any of them since. B.J. Blazkowicz. We still need a couple more tones on his jacket. All right, now his webbing. I'm going to use this color. I'm going to use skeleton bone for it. Skeletonian Bonian. Did you see any of the two Ronnie's clips? I don't remember. Maybe, maybe not. It's not ringing a bell. What was the two Ronnies and what was the theme? What was the theme of the two Ronnies? It's hard for me to watch TV because it's like I'd rather do this than watch television. All right, I got to figure out what's going on with his back. It looks like he's got. Almost like it's sitting on some kind of a brace or something. It doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. His skis. Man, Lindy Beige is doing all kinds of weird commercials. Let's see. Let me go to here. Let me go to my account. Let me do a search for the two Ronnies. Two Ronnies, the Australians. Funny Arab. Okay. The man who repeats things. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna select one of them. I'm gonna go ahead and save it in my watch later. I hope it has subtitles. Yeah, if we don't watch stuff as a family, it's hard for me to find. Like, I really liked, one of you guys was recommending Allo Allo, and I actually, the only thing I didn't like about Allo Allo is it looks very, the filming looks very dated. Other than that, I thought it was pretty solid. It was pretty funny. It had the laugh track everywhere that there was something funny that happened, so I didn't notice the laugh track. But my wife thought it was stupid, and then my daughter also thought it was stupid. And I'm like, okay, well, what happened here? Ah, you sent me a link. Pronunciation problems. Okay. This will be the first one I check out. It's got some guy wearing a tablecloth. That ought to be great. that's that's right down my alley. That's right down my alley. One that I'm gonna love. How long is it? It's like, man, I'll just watch it live with headphones on, but I'll let you know if I like it or not. That's my favorite kind of humor is ethnic humor, and that's the kind of humor that people just can't handle anymore. I don't understand. You know, you live in a time where people can't make fun of that stuff, but yet I feel like people get along with people from ethnicities worse than we used to. You know, it's like you used to be able to get along better with them when we all made fun of each other. Well, it's almost like the thing that a medic has that he's it's like sitting on another, but I just don't see that on any of the figures. It's like almost like he's sitting on like a harness. Let me go to the medic, dude. That's what he looks like. He looks like the medic, because my medic that I painted has that. Oh, hold on a second. Nope. Having to discern exactly what the hell we're looking at. No, let's just go here with my intuition. Let's lighten it up a little bit. I really like that "Are We the Baddies" one. That's a classic. But they don't get to design our own uniforms. Yep, pretty much hit the nail on the head on that one. Yeah, this guy will look good. But it's almost like an Essex figure. Like you got to add detail where there isn't any. All right, what do we got? I'm gonna use the same color base for these gaiters. Okay. And we got this shovel that's like inside like a cover or something. I like the little helmet covers on them, like the mesh. It looks good. It looks good on the American helmet. Man, I don't see a single one of these guys carrying that. It's here, but it looks a little bit different. I'm gonna go. Let's get a color that has a little bit of green to it, just a wee bit. Green gray. Oh, did I grab the wrong color? Is that what happened? Green gray is the one I was looking for. I got. Oh, look at this. This is two completely different colors. This is green gray, and this is also green gray, and they're totally different. This is the color it should be, not this candy ass shit. This looks like a color that for the webbing. And then we're going to bring this up a little bit. A lot of this looks like almost the same color, but it isn't. I know I don't have any of this beige brown left because it's already dried, but and I think after this we've got the boots and the little pieces of gunmetal, and that's it. We'll let this guy dry. Before we go and clear coat them. Alright, we like that. Alright, let's get leather brown. That's what I like to use for his boots. Is it this one? Oh, chocolate brown. That's his cousin. Another chocolate brown. What do I got? Two chocolate browns there. Flat brown. Flat earth. Is it this one? Nope. And this will work, but We'll use this. They can counter 2 graying grays before, and the blue gray and gray blue gray and the gray blue trap. I don't know if they're that much different though. This one definitely has more green in it. This looks like the right color. It's a trap! What's this stringy ass thing there? And we made some more of this skeleton bone. Skeletonian Bonian. And of course, where is she? Iron Warriors, right? I believe that's what it's called. Nope, that's Lead Belcher. Iron Warriors. Just a little bit darker. More like graphite. We got that. And now let's revisit this coat. Okay? This coat I'll turn these freaking. I'll turn this off then. Vibration. The vibration situation. Nope. Still went lighter than that. Somewhere in this zone, and we added some white to it. white in it. Let's not get too crazy. Now, what I'm going to do is, what do we got here? All right, let's get we're at 100. Yeah, we're at 100. Ooh. And this will look better when it's sealed, but man, like it switched cameras on me. See if we can get the face on one of these. Oh, I still have to get the back of his old bayonet. It's not. It has kind of soft. It has kind of soft features to it. There's like no detail at all on the gaiters at all.